Yep. You see it? It'll take a minute.
Right here.
Yep, there's one.
Hi, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Oh, I gotta turn this down.
And there's two.
So you're gonna say sorry for being like a minute late because you were.
Who's in here so far? Stacy. Hi. How's it coming in? Can you hear me all right? Picture looks all right. So, yeah. Thank you. Yep. Nice fire here. You good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. Just like that. Cool. Yeah, so what are you up to tonight there, Stacy? Eventually I'll figure out how to set up the live stream, like what they call it, the post, so like people can see it. It says all live stream tonight, like 8 o'clock. Because I tried doing it on the laptop, but it didn't work out because they wanted me to calibrate everything to the laptop, but we're
It's
using
not
the
gonna
phone.
be out here.
Right, we're gonna use the phone. So, yep, just hanging out. Exactly, just hanging out.
Oh, I didn't bring my chips.
Let me get them in a little bit. So, let's see. Move this light on. Yep, another beautiful night out. Full moon. Oh, there go my dogs. Dog's gonna stop by. You were able to get a notification. Cool. Awesome. White horse rider. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I love dogs. I love animals in general.
Dogs are loyal.
Yep. Dogs are loyal. Animals, most people.
They stick by you.
Yeah. Cool. Uh-huh. She said. Stacy says hi.
Hi, Stacy. Did she say what she was doing tonight?
Just hanging out. Yeah. Just hanging out. So we got 4 people. Hi, everybody who's just come in. Yeah. Let's see. They're not in the chat. I can't see who they are. So.
Who?
Well, we have 3 people watching. So just if they don't chat, I can't see who they are on the phone.
Right. Well, that's okay.
So, yeah,
Some people just want to listen.
back. Yep.
Anybody got any interesting topics they want to bring up?
Yep. They can talk about whatever they want. Want to see the moon? Let me show you the moon real quick. It just came up over the mountain.
Sure, coming up.
Yeah, it just came up over the mountain. You can see the outline of the mountain. A little hazy, but
Chemtrail
yeah,
haze.
it looks
all
beautiful.
in my brain.
The video's not doing it justice. It's really not.
It never does.
No, not doing it justice. There we go. I think everyone can see it now. Yep. Told everyone around 8 o'clock, so our time.
Yeah.
Yep. There should be some more people coming.
We have some other people in New Mexico that were with us last night.
Yeah.
Roswell.
Roswell and
Maybe it was
we had Colorado too.
Yeah.
People
Same
from
time zone.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yep. You can put the phone down on the table, turn all your lights off, and have a little mini fireplace.
Well, it depends on the size of your screen.
Right.
That comment that one lady sent was funny.
You on a computer or you on your phone, Stacy? A lot of people use their phones.
Yeah.
That's why I just assumed. Yeah. Phone. She's on her phone.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too.
So it's little.
My phone's doing the live streaming, and I'm reading the chat room from Mama's phone.
So peaceful.
Fire looks cool. Yeah. It is. It's peaceful. Looks cool.
It's one great thing out here. It's so quiet.
Yeah, you can probably hear the crickets when I'm not talking. Hear them? Yeah. Just chirping away.
Until the dogs start barking.
Right.
And the crickets shut up. They're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Kids are in bed, getting ready for school tomorrow. Kids only go to school 4 days a week out here.
Yeah.
We're in such a small, we have such a small school. You know, I don't know if you heard last night, I live in a town of like 300 people. And
most of them are old, so they
Right.
don't have kids.
don't have kids. My children are the only children on this hill, on this plateau, mesa, whatever you'd like to call it. And the school's so small that literally a class is a grade. So what was it? Max's grade was what?
Like about 20. He's got one of the bigger classes.
He got one of the big-
Rhea has the smallest. Hers was 6
Right,
students.
6 students. That's a whole grade.
Right. So when they graduate, there's 6 graduating students, if they all make it. If not, then there might be just 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah. Compared to where we came from before, where, you know, a grade was like 1,000 students. Yeah.
Do you want me to put some more wood on him? Or not yet.
No, you can if you want. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
What else is in here? Hold on, I'll go. It says more wood on the fire. I don't know if you can hear the coyotes off in the distance.
Let's cut
This is Dustin.
Yeah. Hello, everybody that's just come into the chat room.
I'm gonna go and deal with him. Shut up the dogs, okay?
All right.
I'll be back, guys.
Yeah. My oldest son just stopped by to drop off some stuff. So when the car pulled up, the dogs, as you can hear, barking. It won't last long, I promise. Yeah. 6 people now. Hi, everybody that just came into the chat room. My dog stopped barking, and then I don't know if you can hear. There's actual coyotes off in the distance. Let's see. Yep. So, everyone doing all right tonight? Nay, from my horse to yours. Yeah. So far, so good. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Yep, he's just leaving now. That's it. That'll probably be the only car that goes down the street tonight. Road, driveway, whatever you like to call it. Yep. Now we got 10 people in the chat room. Hello, everybody that just came in. Yeah, I hope you guys have as nice as weather as we're having right now. It's beautiful out again. It's actually really, really warm tonight. Should be cooling off, but it's not. Actually pretty warm. Black guys, they're healing. My dogs are Husky, German Shepherd, and Blue Heeler. Oh, you have snow, huh? Snow in the mountains. Yeah, I don't miss snow. I mean, I do sometimes, but not really. I lived in New Hampshire for a while, and it snowed a lot there. You'd wake up in the morning, if you don't own a snow, what do you call it, snow blower or a plow, you're literally doing nothing but shoveling. You know, you'd wake up in the morning to shovel your driveway so you can pull out to go to work. You'd park in the parking lot, and then the plow trucks, if it kept snowing all day, would go through the parking lot. So when you got out of work, you'd have to shovel out in either front or back of your car, depending on how you parked, to drive all the way home to shovel your driveway to get back into your driveway. And if it snowed all night, guess what? You're doing it all over again. Yeah, I don't miss that. Yep, don't miss that at all. Not only that, but it was always dark. You go long stretches without seeing the sun. That was depressing. Yeah. Colorado Springs here. Hi, Colorado Springs. It's a smart dog. Yeah, they're pretty smart. And they all have at least one blue eye. I have, well, not all of them, because Midnight and Thor have brown eyes, but all the rest of them, I have 5. And when my dog had puppies, my son took one. So there was 6 puppies altogether, and they all but one were born with either one blue eye, one brown eye, or just blue eyes. You still like summer here in Georgia, huh? Yeah, it feels that way here in New Mexico too. Yeah, it was really hot here today. Especially for September. You still can't get used to that. The sun, whenever it touches your skin, it just burns you now. Even if it's not hot out, it can be 70 degrees out. It could be, just warm. And as soon as that sun touches you, it like starts to burn. How hot in Georgia? Temperature here tonight, I don't know. What'd you say the temperature is tonight? 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's in the
comfortable.
70s. Was in the 80s. Yeah.
They're pissed. Hi everyone, I'm back.
Hey, knock it
Careful.
off, puppies.
Don't fight.
Yeah. Can't throw them bones like that, so close to one another. Yep.
The kids are pissed.
Because they have to go to bed. They got school in the morning.
It's funny. It's funny because they actually have to talk to each other, which is awesome. They don't have anything else to do. That's why they're mad.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they're talking to each other and they're getting along. It's pretty cool.
What made us move to New Mexico? We lived in Massachusetts. Massachusetts, even though it is beautiful there. I mean, a lot of green, the ocean.
Yeah, we live right on the ocean.
Can't beat it, but you can't afford to live there. We were living on the ocean. We were paying almost $2,000 a month for a year-round cottage, and it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. And when we moved to New Mexico, we had a 5-bedroom loft, 3-car garage, 3 full bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only paying $1,100. And the houses out here are beautiful. They're big.
But they're too close together.
Yeah.
For my taste, anyway.
Well, certain areas they cluster houses. It's not everywhere.
Yeah, it's where they do the homeowners associations.
Yeah, the homeowner association. Where a developer comes in, he'll buy 10 acres and try slamming 100 houses into it. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh.
Give me your phone back.
Nice. Sandy says, nice. Hard to live anywhere anymore. Yeah, it's true. I'm trying to keep up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sounds like my family. Worldwide. Sounds like his family, too.
Yeah. You got a big family? You guys got big families?
John says he loves TJTV. He's an awesome friend. Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you
Yep.
very much. That was nice.
See, I wasn't following the chat, so I don't know what.
You didn't miss nothing really. Just chatting.
Okay.
Not talking about anything specific or anything.
Your horses wear coats in the winter?
No.
No.
Nope.
They wear those fly coats in
Yeah.
the summer.
That's to keep the flies from biting the poop out of them. The flies up here, nasty.
Yeah. The horses need them. They look so funny in them.
Yeah. So what else we got? You're welcome. Thank you, John. LOL, Sandy.
Where is somebody's from South California? I saw. Where is everybody else from? How did we meet? John wants to know. You gonna tell him? You want me
My
to?
cousin's house.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Hanging out at my cousin's house, and she was friends with my cousin's girlfriend.
Yep.
Pretty much it.
That's it.
That's how we met. Years ago, what, 15 years now?
Yeah, 15 years. In Brockton, Massachusetts.
Utah. I have not been to Utah yet.
No, but I hear it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Your girlfriend lives in Utah.
Erica, yeah. The boss's back look alive.
Someone was asking, what's her name was asking me how my black eyes were.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I went silly.
that's funny. He didn't get any black eyes. Probably hurt my hand.
Got a hot head.
Excuse me. Yep, 15 years. That's a long time for me. Can I put this someplace?
Yeah, put it right here.
Thank you.
There's enough room.
So, anybody else make their own videos? Massachusetts, yes, for sure. Absolutely.
When I moved to New Hampshire, I was born and raised in Massachusetts, but when I moved to New Hampshire to go work up there, all the guys up in the foundry I worked at used to call me a masshole.
Yeah. Now anybody that I know that lives there, if I say that to them, they get upset. Very upset.
Yeah. And people in New Hampshire didn't like the people from Massachusetts. New Hampshire is a lot more rural, and a lot of people from Massachusetts would hop the border because there's no taxes up there, no sales tax, no nothing. So they'd hop the border and do all their shopping up there. And during the weekends or holidays, there's tons and tons of campgrounds and lakes and stuff like that. So people would go up there, and then you got Laconia Bike Week, and all the people from Massachusetts would come up and destroy the place. They'd drive like massholes and leave their trash all over the place, and people in New Hampshire hated them. They'd call them flatlanders, massholes.
I was blissfully unaware of that. Yeah, John, we've seen your videos. You're doing good.
Yep. Watched every one so far.
Yep.
I created a playlist in my playlist section with all your videos in it. And if there's ever anybody else out there, any subscribers, that make videos, I'll make playlists for them too.
Anchorage. What's it like to be in Alaska?
Alaska, huh?
Yeah, Anchorage. It's gotta be Alaska, or I'm stupid.
Northern Lights. That's one thing I want to see before I die. Northern Lights. Was a point in time, me and my daughter tried getting her before we moved to New Mexico. We were talking about going to Alaska. She said, "Nope, too cold."
No, I'd be a popsicle, I think. Plus, I don't understand the I don't think I could go a long period of time without the sun. Although it's a little too intense right now nowadays. I feel like the sun's way too strong, but yeah.
I think that'd be cool though. So, do you have what is it like, 30 days, 40 days, 6 months, or whatever, half a year of like nothing but sunlight, or was it all summer? Right, you get sunlight all
I
summer,
guess
and then darkness.
I think it depends too on what part. The more north you go.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I don't think you would like that too much. You didn't really enjoy New Hampshire after a while. I mean, it might be nice just to
I said, yeah, experience it, but
yeah.
Looking up, seeing the sun. What time is it? Midnight.
I like that. Look at how worldwide condensed city idiots.
City idiot.
Look at it.
I can't see it.
Oh yeah, it's hard for you to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy too.
Yep.
We're happy too. If we have to go into town to get something or do something, my 12-year-old's like, oh, I don't miss this, stopping light after light and traffic everywhere. Maryland. John's in Maryland.
Albuquerque is getting pretty big.
Yeah. So is Rio.
Yeah, Rio Rancho and Albuquerque, they're like twin cities, and eventually they'll merge and be one huge, huge city. Rio Rancho is 100 square miles, and the Albuquerque is just about 100 square miles. So.
Right. And they could go spread more and more if they wanted to.
Yeah, and they're big communities, or developments going on. They never stop building up here, out here, I should say.
Yeah.
Like they did in a lot of places. Even when things crashed, they were still building houses out here.
Yeah, it was weird. Coming from Massachusetts, it's been populated for so long that the area is already built. You don't really see a whole lot of new buildings and things like that. And in the time, just the 7-8 years that we were in Rio Rancho, we literally watched them building the city. And the first time I saw one of their trucks, it said incorporated in 1985. I just laughed. I thought, I'm older than the city. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. Worldwide. He said, call him Don. He's a full-time single dad to a 15-year-old know-it-all. Yeah, we got some of those, too.
Yeah, got 3 of them.
Yeah. An 8-year-old.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Uh-huh.
You see Max in the
Oh,
videos.
the joys of child rearing.
Yeah, they've seen Max, dirty little boy, when he was helping me work on the Blazer.
That sounds like it's a nice area, so it's right on the ocean, John?
Yeah, that's the one thing we do miss. It's like a tease being out here, because
yeah, it looks like it.
It looks like the ocean's just over the next ridge, but
it's like a mirage. But we lived right on Wrexham Beach in Marshfield, Massachusetts, before we moved out here for a few years. It was pretty, but it was cold in the winter, and I don't miss mosquitoes. Although because we've gotten more rain lately, we have had some, but still nothing compared to. I had first, I don't know, 8 years we lived here, I didn't have one mosquito bite. It wasn't
Yeah,
until
no
we got close
mosquitoes.
to the river
No mosquitoes
that I
here.
got like one or two.
Want to remind you, we came from Marshfield.
Right.
You couldn't go outside. Right now, we'd just be bombarded with mosquitoes.
Don's from Salida, Colorado. Hope I said that right. Colorado. Chesapeake Bay. It's a beautiful area too. That built up, isn't it?
We got to get up there sometime.
Oh.
Everyone talks about Colorado, and you guys really aren't that far from us.
Not Colorado, but this guy is.
Oh,
yeah, I do want to get to Colorado though.
Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chesapeake. Yeah,
we
haven't done much.
Canaveral, Florida before moving here. Wow.
Haven't done much traveling.
That's like opposite.
Yeah.
No,
Florida
not a
looks.
lot of travel. We just traveled to get here, and then
That's it.
we just have to keep working all the time. You guys know how it is.
Right. Whenever any of the tourists come out here and they're like, "Oh, hey, have you been to Hot Springs?" Like, no, I've lived here 3 years. I haven't even been in the Hot Springs yet.
They're like, I've been here twice. I've been in there 8 times.
Hey, oh, you're a local. Can you tell me where all the good hiking spots are? No.
I have to work. Hello. So there's a guy that came, he's a traveler through the area, and he said he was from France, and people ask him all the time if he goes here or there in Paris. He's like, no, I have to work, so it's the same all over the world.
Right. Yep. You can live someplace beautiful and great and never see it.
Okay, John, we'll Google that.
What's he want us Google?
The peninsula.
Yeah.
That he lives at, so you can see where he lives at.
Cool. Yep. For the first year we were here, this is all we did every night was have a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
I should have been making videos then. Our first 6 months here, literally, we lived in tents.
Marion wants to know what kind of horses do you have? Yeah, we lived in tents and it snowed. You had to go out in the middle of the night banging the snow off so it didn't collapse on you. It was fun.
We just have 2 horses right now. Nothing. We don't have that many. I'm trying to start a horse rescue. I haven't got it up and running yet. But we have 2 horses, and our neighbor has 2 horses, and they were all what are they
Quarter
called?
horse and Arabian.
Quarter horse and Arabian. Sorry. I have to ask her. She knows everything.
No, my daughter knows everything. She's the horse girl. She's the horse girl.
She does mounted shooting. My daughter does mounted shooting.
And barrel racing.
Barrel racing.
Poles and kinds of stuff.
Yeah, she does that with our neighbor down the bottom of the hill.
Her dogs, yeah, our dogs.
Yeah.
Mass hole. Yeah, you can take the mass hole out of Massachusetts, but you can't take the mass hole out of them.
Yeah. That's why I had to do that video on it. I had like 5, 6, 7 people ask me, "How come you sound like RFP? Bet you from Boston."
Right.
Although they got it right. They said, "How come you sound like Richie and not say?" Because usually everyone confuses it with New York for some reason.
No, that's so different. New York's like, I want coffee. Give me some coffee.
Believe it or not, there are a lot of people from the East Coast that moved out here.
There's people
in Rio Rancho, where we were living, there was a bunch of people from New York. Yeah. Fighting over that bone.
I would have thought they were all gone by now.
Still fighting over that bone.
Hey, John, we'll look forward to your video. Don says we're funny. Yeah, we are funny.
We're just real people,
Yeah.
you know.
Which is funny.
Real people looking for like-minded people that we can't find, I guess you can say, in the real world.
Yeah. Right, because honestly, I don't know anything about how to work any of this. If it wasn't for Tom, I wouldn't know how to do any of this. Uh-oh. I know what that's about. There was only one pack in there, and it was yours, luckily for you. So he probably has mine.
Yeah.
Uh, he's gonna keep calling. That's my son calling
Yep.
because he.
Because he forgot to drop off. Yep. Mama's cigarettes. We're filthy smokers.
Mm-hmm. So now he's calling Dad's phone. That's funny. Hi. Okay. Love you. Bye.
There you go.
That's life.
Yeah.
Creeping right in.
He just moved up here.
Yep.
He actually lives right down the road from us now.
It's great to
Yep.
have him close by.
He's renting a house down the road right from where we live.
Close to Mama. Happy, happy.
Waiting on.
What's it waiting for? Are we paused or something?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. You guys can still hear me, right? I think you can still hear me. Yeah. Just gotta make sure they're still there.
I'm gonna need the flashlight.
Yeah, they can still hear us. See?
Okay, well, I'm gonna head over there before the dogs start barking and all that.
All right. Let's see. You want to say hi? You want to say hi?
Sure.
Say hi to
Hi.
everybody.
Hey, everybody.
That's Max. That's Max. For all of you who seen him working on the truck with me. Yeah. They say hi, Max. Yeah. There go the dogs again. I'll tell you one beautiful thing about the dogs. Nobody's ever going to sneak up on us. Ever. Yep. Thank you. Great fire. Yes. Yeah. Well, like I said last night, we live in Santa Fe National Forest, and we are within the forest boundaries. You know, it's our own land, but within the forest. And yes, we do have mountain lions, and we have bears and coyotes and rattlesnakes. And honestly, if you don't have dogs up here, everyone has dogs. If you don't have dogs up here, you might walk outside someday. You know, especially if you have some of us have trash trailers because we just throw the trash in the trailer and then take it to the dump. It's only open. The dump's only open 2 days a week, Wednesday and Saturday. So if you don't have a cap on top of your trailer, you know, to throw the trash in and just lock it up, then you might walk outside someday and see a bear or something inside your trash trailer eating. Yeah, same here. Also haven't been able to see my comments on my channel. Yeah. Some of my comments have been going on the studio app. I try answering all my comments back that you guys leave. I like reading them. I like interacting with you guys, and it's still happening right now. I'll get comments, especially if you guys send me a comment with a link on it. It doesn't seem to want to go to my YouTube app or my YouTube page. It goes to the studio app that I have. I use my phone a lot. You know, I do have a laptop, but I don't use the laptop much. I only use the phone. So, you know, I made the video. Excuse me. I made the video on that. So, you know, I recorded the screen so you guys can see the difference. The studio app gives me a breakdown of like how many people have viewed my site. You know, there's tons of information on it. But yeah, for some reason, I don't get, I'd say about a quarter of my my comments. Well, I do get them, but in the studio app, not on the YouTube page. I hope you guys know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I like just hanging out. I love this too. It's nice just hanging out, chatting. Oh, there go the dogs again. Yeah. They only got back for a little bit till Dustin leaves. Sorry about that. Sorry for all of you who have dogs and now your dogs are going to stop barking at my dogs. All right, puppies. Yeah, I'll put a video out there, show you guys all the puppies. You guys will like it. I did videos early, you know, when they were real young. I did a couple videos. I think they're still on my playlist. You might have seen a couple of them. One of them, when they were a puppy, actually I think it's the one Dustin took. It was a tan dog. All the ones I have are black and white right now. And it got into the trash. We'll go with the trash trailer again. And I come out, I hear whining, and the puppy's walking around behind the trash trailer with a peanut butter jar on its head. You leaving there, John? I don't know if any of you guys have had a chance to check out his channel, but John Santos, he's been making some decent videos. It's one of us. He's awake. Hi, Ashby. Call him Jeff. Yeah. Call him Jeff. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, that video's still up on the site. It's short. I think it's only like 30 seconds. You know, I walk outside and silly puppy had the peanut butter jar on its head. Oh, good. Yeah. You're good, huh? Yep. I see you there, John. Worldwide, I'm off grid. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty much off grid too. Like I said, I when we were living in Rio Rancho, for those of you who missed it, we moved from Massachusetts straight to Rio Rancho. We lived in the same house for 7 years. The first year we were there, we had a lease. But when the lease expired, they never asked us to sign a new lease. So what happened was we ended up being tenants at will for 6 years. And even though I tell, mama and the kids all the time, it's not our house, it's not our house. They, spent so long there, it felt like their house. Well, in 2016, we got a phone call around, was it January? And the realtor said, hey, stop them from fighting.
Hey, stop that.
And the realtor said, yeah, you guys got 30 days to move. The homeowner wants to sell the house. And that was it, man. I panicked anyways. We had Lorene, me, my grandmother was living with me at the time. Everybody was home. Max, Rhea, Keegan, Dustin, and we have one more older boy. We got 5 kids, Danny, and everybody was home. Never mind, we had 3 dogs and a cat, and you can accumulate a lot of stuff in 7 years, a lot of stuff. And these guys, they broke down and cried, and they were heartbroken, and nobody wanted to move. They were comfortable, and we had friends there, and I said never again. So I scraped up as much money as I could get, and started looking for land. So the land we're on right now is just land. I bought land with a well. I'm not hooked up to the power yet. There's no house right now. I have a trailer. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. We've been building. I have half a house built. But once again, everything, takes money. So got to do what I can as the money comes in. I think the hardest thing for these guys was the no electricity. The hardest thing for the kids was the no electricity, because I'll tell you, even my grandmother, there was a TV on in every room of the house, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without fail. It was crazy. Yeah. And when we moved out here, we're not tied into the grid, so we have a generator. We can charge up generator, charge some batteries, run some inverters, and you can't run it all the time, the generator or the inverters, so this time they actually have no cell phone, no Xbox, no PlayStation, nothing. Have a good night. You have a good night too, John. Yeah, sure. Wow. Nowadays, you don't want to be on grid. Nope, you don't. Nope, I'm really glad that we're off grid now, especially seeing everything that's going on. You have everyone talking about the 5G network and the smart meters. I am really thankful we're not on the grid. Honestly, if shit does hit the fan, it's just going to be another day in a week for us. I want to see the area you're in. All right. Yeah, I plan on making some more videos of the area and the ranch we're trying to build and everything. I've been posting that to the other my other YouTube page. The TJTV YouTube page is pretty much my thoughts, my opinions. talk about everything from conspiracy theories to, I mean, we just talk about everything. So, and believe it or not, with my 500 and something subscribers, they even messing with me. So I went from 600, well, almost 600 subscribers down to like 580 in less than one day. It wasn't even a day, it was only hours. I'm not getting all my comments. I mean, they're messing with me. Well, it's not a person. What do they call it? The how do you say it? Algorithm. Yeah, I know I can't speak.
Algorithm?
Yes, what she said. So, but I have another channel that's more family friendly, PC. So if they ever take this channel down or off, offline, then hopefully they won't mess with my other channel. And that's the one I'm trying to build the ranch off of, Red Rock Ranch. That's literally the channel's name, Red Rock Ranch, NM, well, New Mexico. I also went and bought the domain, so eventually I'm going to have a website, which will be Red Rock Ranch, New Mexico. Or actually, it'll be www.redrockranchNM.com. And that's where I'll post all the pictures of the horses, family stuff, like when we'll go down to the river, me and Max working on the truck, safe stuff for YouTube, I guess you'd say.
Hopefully.
Right.
You are right.
Yeah. So, the old song, Smoke, Smoke, Smoke That Cigarette. I have not heard that song. Look a bit on your channel. You're gonna make one. Yeah. I thought of a way to help off grid. We'll make quick vid. Cool. That would be cool, Elizabeth. Yeah, make some videos.
We'll definitely watch them.
Yeah, definitely watch them. I'll make a playlist. All the subscribers I've had that actually have videos on their page, I've checked out a lot of your pages. I've made playlists for. Who was it? Oh, what was her name? I have to go to my playlist and look. The lady that made that video from Indiana for me.
Bye, Colin.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's in my playlist. We were talking about that star. For those of you who've seen that video, that big bright star.
Is that like Starfire or something?
Fresh Fire. That's right. Yeah, she went out and literally made a video for me. So I made a playlist for her. So yeah, if you guys have videos or anything like that, check out my playlist every now and then. You might end up on it.
I mean, if that's okay with you too.
So let's see. Can't. No. You ever hear this song? Yeah, I hear the coyotes.
Yeah.
You ever hear that song? What's it? Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. You know that song? Uh-oh. Buffering. There we go.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Like it's just a line in the song, or is?
Oh.
Can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
No.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Nice. Hit, nice. Yeah, we dug that out. That was work.
Yeah, me and you.
Mm-hmm. Party time, the boss left.
Yeah. I can't see that. What's it say?
For sale or rent. Yeah, I think I've heard that song.
Yeah.
King of the Road. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling everybody when we first moved up here, the first 6 months we
Awesome.
were up here. We moved up here on April 1st, right?
It's really
moved up here on April 1st, 2016, right? And it snowed out that day. We moved up here and we were pitching tents. And a lot of the people up here thought we were crazy, you know. But when you want something bad enough, there was no way I was going to be able to afford renting someplace and paying for the land payment at the same time. So it was pitch a tent. It's literally what we did. Everyone was calling us, what, Tent City for a while?
Yeah. Yeah. And we were, because we had a stove and that stuff, and
Yep.
tents to sleep in, and
Yeah, it was funny. It was definitely a country song.
yeah. Yeah. It was quite the experience, but
Full moon brings out all the dogs. You guys can hear it. Those ones are not mine.
no, those are the neighbors.
Right.
And coyotes off in the distance.
Yeah.
My dogs just fart.
For those of you who didn't
They
see it,
stink too, don't they?
for those of you who didn't see it earlier,
Oh
see,
my
look.
gosh.
The live stream does not do it justice, but look at that.
Yeah.
It's actually, there's a little bit of white haze, but for the most part, it's 95% clear. And you hear the coyotes? And it is bright out here.
Oh, yeah.
It
Like
is
daytime.
really bright. Yep. I can't wait till I set this up so you guys can call in. I really want to set this up so when we do live streams,
That's
you
a
guys
song
can
too, I
call
think.
in.
Full Moon Rising. Is that a song? Or is it Bad Moon Rising, I think.
Yeah. Bad Moon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that game you play with the kids when you're out here at the fire where you're making up words?
Like we all say one word and
Yeah,
it's
you
a
all-
sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
Should have them start doing that.
Per sentence, right? Off the rails right
Do it in
away.
the chat room. It'll look funny as hell. Especially for someone who just jumps in and doesn't know what's going on, because what the hell is this? What's the next one say?
Big Harvest Moon. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
It's nice. Not a bad memory.
Yeah, but you guys, you'll see a lot more of the property.
Danny V.
Danny B, yeah.
Yeah. Has he been in here too this whole time?
Yeah, he's been in here.
Hi, Danny. We're doing good. How you doing? Reginald Singh, King of the Road. I don't know, honestly, who sang any of that.
We'd have to look it up on YouTube. Can't do it right now. We're on our phones. See, but once we get that set up so they call in and stuff like that, because that would be on the laptop, I'd be able to
Right.
look it up as I'm talking to them.
Right.
So I do have, that's my plan for this channel. Eventually I want to do mainly live streams, let you guys call in, talk about whatever you want, anything and everything, talk about conspiracy theories, to, how your day at work went.
Or like what happened when you were trying to talk to somebody who didn't understand what you were talking about.
It'd be like Seinfeld. It's a channel about everything and nothing at the same time. Just hanging out. Because honestly, I can't find people like you guys out in the real world. Seriously, I mean, for us, people who, I guess you could say, red-pilled or awake, no matter how many people you're around, you're always alone. I mean, my family, they're asleep. Lorraine's family, they're asleep.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that live up here. I mean, they could be 6 jets going across the sky, spraying the hell out of it with chemtrails. You'd be like, hey, you see that? Oh yeah, yeah. Those contrails, they come out of the jet like that all the time. They'll disappear later on. Yeah, next day it's still hanging up there. Hey, oh, that's not the same stuff.
It's probably not. It's been sprayed
Right.
again overnight. Thank you, Lynn, for telling me who sang that song. So Don says post an email on your vids, or is that allowed?
Yeah, I can post emails on my vids. I think I have my email in my description. So like when you're looking at the if you're looking at my
Poor
channel,
Danny.
yeah. If you're looking at my channel on the phone, what's it say? Home, videos, playlist. So you scroll all the way to the back, it should say description or about. I think I have everything there.
Damn it, TJ, my dog, here's yours.
Yeah.
Agreed, TJ, Elizabeth said.
Yeah, my dogs hear the coyotes and
Yeah.
making my dogs bark. So it's all the coyotes' fault.
Was it 101 Dalmatians where the dogs make that chain? It's going worldwide, Don.
Yeah, it's worldwide. It's the what was it, over the missing puppies, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They're helping. That's awesome. All the dogs are barking. I call them ostriches.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. You
Might
guys,
do it too.
you guys chat. I'll be right back.
I'm in country too and hear coyotes all night long. Yeah, it sounds cool. I just looked them to be far enough away. Ostriches, lol. They hear everything up here though. The way the mountains are around us, everything kind of bounces off the walls. So you hear that car going down the road right there. It's a truck or something. Sorry, my 8-year-old's distracting me. That sounds familiar, right? Yeah, they know that. Hi, Melinda. It's okay, we're glad you came for however long you can stay. Max wants to say hi.
Hi.
That's Max. He said hi earlier and then took off. He's trying really hard to be so quiet. He's doing a good job for him because it's not easy. Lynn says, hello, Max. He's waving. So all the dogs are barking because they heard the dogs in the video barking. Melinda says hi too, Max. Danny, this is only the second time we've ever done this.
Yep, last night was my first,
Yeah.
very first live stream. I have had a channel forever, but, excuse me, I mainly surfed YouTube. I made a few videos last year,
Yeah.
when the Mandela Effect came out. But that was it. And then I just started making videos on a regular basis. I literally joined YouTube. Remember they came out, it was before they got sold to Google. Remember those kids that created it? It was
Hi, Trenton.
2 guys that created YouTube, and They put it on the news. I jumped on there before Google even bought it.
Yeah. Trenton wants to know, when do you think the NWO will make its move?
I think
it's
that's going on
moving. I
now.
think it's been making a lot of moves.
Honestly, all kidding aside, I think
I
we're
don't
in
know what's the straw that will break the camel's back.
I think we're in the shit right now. Honestly, wait to see what happens after the midterms. You know, I think both sides, no matter what happens, you're gonna lose it. You know.
Glad you found us, Danny. Hope you are too.
Yeah.
Don says, Trenton, maybe after taxes, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silly Willie says, what's up, TJ? How's your night going?
Good. Going good. Just hanging out, chatting. Nothing really serious. Just hanging out. Just like I said, it's nice being able to talk to like-minded people. You know, talk about the New World Order and not have someone laugh at you or look at you like you're a fool.
Right.
You know what I mean? It gets old after a while.
Right, and know that what you're talking about is actually serious stuff and not just, whatever conspiracy theory they want you to believe it is.
Right. They've turned that into
it's a
bad word. Yeah,
it's a weaponized word now. Like, it's as soon as you hear it, you're automatically tuned to think that whatever the next thing they say is totally a lie.
Like with the chemtrails, I try talking to somebody. I mean, for those of you who have seen where I live, I've even done chemtrail videos. We'll have planes come from one side of the mountains to the other side of the mountains, because even though I'm on a mountain, I'm in between two bigger mountains, and you point them out, and people think, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory.
Right.
It's a taboo word now. It's
Right. But every night, we use a flashlight to get around and do stuff, and you hold it up, and Tommy pointed it out to me. There's all this particles in the air, even when it's not windy. I mean, when it's windy, you think, okay, it's the dust, but even when it's not windy at all,
won't be a breeze at all.
There's just all this stuff falling through the air.
Take a 1,000-watt lumen flashlight and just hold it up to the sky, and you'll see all the it will look like snow, little small pieces of snow just falling from the sky. That's all crap we're breathing in. It's growing in our food, in our garden.
Hi, Lori, if I'm saying that right.
Yep. It's messed up.
It is. It's in our water. And then other things happen, like all the water in North Carolina is getting poisoned right now because it's been flooded where all the animal feces was.
They're poisoning all of us. I mean, Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, with the lead. Yeah.
They're messing with our water, genetically modifying the food.
Always, Lynn, always.
I mean, seriously, even if you try eating healthy, if you're into, all organic stuff, it's still grown or taken care of under the chemtrails. So, I mean, you can't get away from it. What was that, Buster?
Stacey said she lives by the airport and her patio furniture turns black.
Oh.
It's gross.
Sorry.
Then you have to think, like what's happening to everybody breathing that stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're breathing, eating, and drinking all these poisons. Absolutely right. Yeah, flu shots are dangerous. Does anybody else see that supposedly, I mean, I don't believe everything I see, but I read some article somewhere that the White House staff were told not to get the flu shot.
Yeah.
So the rest of us, Walgreens is promoting it like, hey, you get $25 free and a free shot. Why are they being so accommodating? they give it to you for free and they give you $25 to spend in the store if you get it. What?
Yeah, something's not right there.
No. No, thank you. Yeah, they think I'm crazy too, Lynn. Maybe I am. I will never get one. Me neither. Never again. I was stupid enough. I was brainwashed, I have to say.
Yeah, I want to apologize once again to the
Don
people.
says
on
he's a
the East
retired
Coast.
contractor and he's not far. If you get materials, I don't mind helping out. We'll let you know on the materials. Thanks, Don. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you want to help out? Still got to put a roof on this place.
All right, Elizabeth, I'll check that out.
Yeah, throw some more wood on.
Look up what they put in those shots. It's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Free stuff to lose your freedom. Yeah, and your brain, or, you know, who knows.
Mhm.
People actually die from getting the flu, from the flu shot that they tell you doesn't give you the flu. Probably doesn't give you the flu. Probably gives you something else that kills you, and they say it was the flu.
Was it Richie from Boston did a
But that's a conspiracy theory.
Richie from Boston did a few videos. What was it? Last summer or like in between? Maybe it was over the winter. Some doctor in California actually admitted there was such a thing as chemtrail lung.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was collaborating with some girl, and then I don't think that went well. But I don't know much
Right.
about it.
But they know.
Spend at noon teaches on the shot. She is Steve and Bendanu's wife. Yeah, I watch him too. So I'll check that out too.
Yeah. Any of them
That-
see that 81 channels that they want to delete off YouTube yet? Has anyone downloaded the PDF?
Elizabeth, I'd like to know more about that.
About what?
The place that helps you build houses free has places you can get the materials.
Cool.
Excuse me.
We're getting there, slowly but surely.
Who's Shirley? No, I'm just kidding.
The one not building the house.
Hmm.
There we go. But yeah, I'll do more. I'm gonna do. Trust me, there'll be tons of videos.
Mm,
You know,
coffee.
for, like I said, for those of you who Red Rock Ranch, New Mexico, that's my other channel, and believe it or not, I've kept that channel.
PC.
Yeah, PC and conspiracy clean. So once you type in Red Rock NM or Red Rock New Mexico, you'll see my logo, just a Zia sign says Red Rock Ranch. That actually pops up number one, right on the search list when you type that in. Unlike this channel, type in TJTV and
There's like 90 others. Lynn says to check out Naughty Beaver and Blue Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So
we watch some of their videos.
have we?
Yeah, we've seen Naughty Beaver's videos. Just I haven't.
I guess I didn't
sat
really
down.
ever pay attention to the name because I think I would have remembered that.
Last couple days, I've been making videos and doing stuff around here, and I used to sit down and watch a lot of YouTube, especially in the evening when things would slow down after work, and honestly, I get more truth and news from YouTube than you do anywhere else.
Well, from real people, other real people make videos and
Right.
tell you what's going on in their neighborhood. It's funny because there was a video somebody put up that showed how the same newspaper that was just in two different regions of the country.
High Impact Vlogs, remember?
Yeah,
He did
was
that
him.
video
Yeah, he does a lot of good
Right.
videos. I like him
He
too.
did-
You
he
guys,
did the
if you
video.
haven't checked him out, check him out.
with like 100 news channels all saying the same thing. It's all scripted. All scripted. It
Good night,
didn't matter.
Don.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Dr. Judy Microvitz explains exactly what's what on the vaccines and shots because she did the original research. Thank you
cool.
for that information, Melinda. They're using, the zoo weapons, Trenton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Directed energy weapons.
Yeah.
Hmm. I believe it. Dabu77, I was watching him. He did a video, was it yesterday? There was this hole burnt into the ground.
Yeah, and the smoke was coming out, and it was
Right.
like a 4,000
Right.
degrees or some crazy thing.
Yeah, it looked like a laser literally just
Punched a hole
punched
in the
a
ground,
hole in the ground.
and it was still smoldering or something.
Yep.
It was like a square shape too. Somebody commented.
No, it was, well, the one I saw, it was round. But,
Oh well, maybe it was a different one. I don't know what's going on in this world.
but yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you put up the right picture.
Then there was the ones, the videos with the trees that were burning from the inside.
Yeah, in California when they had all those fires.
Yeah, and then you have all these trees right next to these houses that are burnt to nothing. The bathtubs, the stoves, everything that isn't really supposed to burn like that.
When I was a kid, the house, 2 houses down from us, burnt down. And used to hang out in there and play in there, even though they told us not to. But it didn't melt. The bathtub didn't melt.
No.
The refrigerators didn't melt. The cast iron tubs were still there. I mean,
Right.
and you still had a structural frame. Everything else was burnt and charcoaled and black.
Hmm.
But
The pipes were there.
right,
Right.
you see these fires in California. I mean, there's nothing but
Yeah, they
a
want the
slab.
land. Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah, Lynn says they want the land. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think they already sold it to China,
China,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
A lot of people had no idea what the hell was going on over in Oregon during the Bundy standoff. But I don't think a lot of you guys realized that when the Bundys were over there, the part of the reason why they went to that wildlife refuge was because a lot of the government's
Uranium One secrets.
paperwork were stored there. They had one of the biggest BLM paperwork storehouses on that place, and that's, believe it or not, they're the ones that got the paperwork for the Uranium One. If it wasn't for them, you would not know about it.
Hmm.
And that's why they
They killed the boy.
Yep.
I'm so mad over all that. Dew and lasers and HARP are a reality. Yep, not a conspiracy.
no.
The military was playing with those toys in the late 60s and 70s. Now they have them perfected. It's a fact. Yeah, we were just talking about that last night.
Yep.
They're always years and years and years ahead of what they're letting us even know about. So they have technologies that we can't even think about. Think about how far we've come just in our lifetimes.
Right.
I had a rotary phone and hold the antenna.
And the thing with the government, they actually put stuff out there. They'll put out executive orders. They'll even tell people, like Harvard University has stuff on the chemtrails. There's actual, what most people would consider legitimate sources out there telling these people, and they'll still be the first ones because CNN or MSNBC or ABC said it was a conspiracy theory. Say, oh no, that's not true.
Right. Well, but you could use that as a college research paper and cite it properly, and they still, peer reviewed and everything. They still wouldn't believe it because it's not coming out of the mouth of whoever they want to hear it from.
Right. And
So,
now they want to
There's
turn us
another
into
channel we have to check out. Who said that? Silly Willy. Check out Mike Morales' channel. He has some pretty good videos on weather warfare.
Cool.
Jerry Brown made new satellite to start new fires. Yeah, that's great. He's a real great guy.
Believe it or not, this is how.
That was sarcasm if you didn't get it.
But this is how people, for years and years and years, got their information, was from doing basically what we're doing now.
Talking to one another.
Right, networking. And, even though a lot of anthropologists will tell you, oh, you can't trust verbal history, which I believe is utter BS.
Yeah.
And I actually have a degree in anthropology. It's utter BS, the way, and if shit ever hits the fan, this is how we will get our information, from travelers. You'll be leaving the city that they just torched and killing everybody in, and you'll be walking down the road and they'll be like, hey, what the hell's going on? And YouTube's a great platform for that. Yeah, there are some people out there who are jerks, and they lie, but for the most part, you can weed out the truthful ones from the untruthful ones. Even Lorene says all the time, truth never changes.
Right.
Truth never changes, and the hardest thing for someone to do is to remember their lies. And you can tell the channels that are pretty consistent in saying the same thing and same thing and same thing, trying to beat it in your head, you know. Um, it does sort of suck that you do have people out there trying to make us look like fools.
Truth is truth.
Truth
man.
is right.
And the truth often hurts. People don't like to hear the truth. It's painful.
It's blunt and in your face.
Right.
Me and Charles were talking about that. We had an awesome conversation about that.
Yep.
Charles Brightman. I don't think he's in the
Agenda
chat tonight.
21
Yep.
and Agenda 2030.
Yep.
She
There's
has it
actual-
in black ink
Right.
on white paper from our ABC agencies. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're telling us. They're telling us. That's kind of the problem. But they've got us all so distracted and divided, and really, honestly, people are brainwashed in some way, and everything that they do, from the stuff, the chemicals and the poisons that they use, to, the technologies that they have allowed. I heard recently that all these big tech people like Bill Gates and the Silicon Valley millionaires, they don't allow their children to have cell phones or play with the technology that they put out there for everybody else's children. Now, I don't know if that's true, or I can't.
Oh, I believe it.
I believe it, and I can't exactly remember where I heard it from. I'm sure I saw it on a YouTube video. I just don't know which one, so I can't really give them credit right in the moment, but I don't take credit for it. It's just crazy to me. Trying to get rid of history. Yeah, of course, because they want to rewrite it and lie to the kids.
Well, that goes back to my videos like on the Republic.
Yeah.
They
put
get
the
rid of
truth
it.
in the fiction, Lynn. We
Yeah.
talked about that too. They put the truth in the fiction and the lies where we're supposed to get our truth.
Yep.
In the news, quote unquote news.
Absolutely agree. Yep. But they're destroying
Sounds
history.
about
They
right.
do not want you to remember. They don't. The elite, the powers that be, the deep state,
Right.
they don't want you to remember. They've
Or-
taken our republic, they've turned it into a democracy, and mark my words, they've already come out. The Democratic Party's already come out. They are all for socialists, all for socialism.
Right.
They want to turn the United States into a socialist country.
Yeah. Elizabeth says the Australian Aborigines oral history is correct and verified by scientists. And
Yep.
that's like one of the oldest
Right.
verbal histories, and we know this because
Mhm.
we've taken anthropology. Yep, 10,000 years. See?
And
Elizabeth knows her stuff. Yay, Elizabeth. Mwah.
India has some of the oldest.
High pod
History, too.
McNuggets. Trent.
India has some of the oldest history too, but nobody wants to verify it because, according to the people over in India, their verbal history goes back way back, like
Oh, yeah, they've been doing this.
before Ice Age.
This is a plan. This is some kind of evil plan. For sure.
There's no doubt in my mind. I think we all feel it, all of us, everyone in this chat room right now, that something big's about to go down. We can feel it. We know it's coming. We see the government preparing,
Yep,
and
we do.
we're all looking for answers, and it's what brought me to YouTube to begin with, was looking for answers.
Right. And I trust regular, real people.
Right.
I mean, and I know.
I'll
some of
believe
them
you
can be-
standing on the street with a cell phone recording stuff before I believe.
Right, CNN or ABC or NBC or any of them, really. Even Fox has its own agenda. They're
Yeah.
all got an agenda, and they're all owned by the same people. At the end of the day, it's all the same.
It's all a pyramid Ponzi
Right. I mean,
scheme,
it
and they're
is.
all controlled by money, which is all controlled by the Fed.
Bankers.
Because anybody that was not playing the game wouldn't still be in it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Siri in
Hey.
Latin or Hebrew or
Just-
something means lie. Oh,
Max,
yeah,
puppy.
that makes sense.
Mm.
That makes total sense. India's history is written down, but it's too much trouble for people to study. I'm sure it is.
Right, and then when you
They're
start
trying to
talking
kill
about
all
Vimanas
of us.
and,
Yeah,
and
they are, because they're a threat.
space and
Fluoride, yeah, say no more. Fluoride.
Florida, yeah.
hmm Block your third eye, your true power.
They had a lot of that in Brockton when we were kids. Fluoride in the water.
Okay, Lynn, I'll check that video out.
Bye, puppies.
I keep thinking of we were talking about money. I keep thinking of that They Live movie with Roddy Piper.
Right.
Yeah, where they're holding money and has the glasses on. He can see that it says "This is your God" on the money that they're holding in their hands.
And before he died, believe it or not, somebody was asking him about that movie, you know, because it's a cult classic. And he said it wasn't a movie, it was an actual documentary.
Elizabeth,
Remember?
I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
She said her husband died waiting on his meds from the VA. That's just crap. I hope
suck.
that she was able to.
I'm
sue him or
sorry.
something. What the hell do you do with that? That's terrible, Elizabeth.
That happened to a guy in New Mexico. Wasn't that New Mexico where they wouldn't take care of him on the doctor's side? So they had to they told him, oh, you got to go to the emergency room, which was like just...
Like across the hall or something?
Right.
Yeah.
And
he died on the way across the hall because he got no help.
Yeah, New Mexico had a huge problem with their VA out here.
The native people say that too. We're going from the 4th into the 5th. They have a petroglyph. It's Arizona, right? Hopi land, I think.
Yeah.
Where the petroglyph shows like a line of people on a line. And then
Straight
it's a straight
horizontal line.
And then the line splits off and...
Yeah, it goes up.
And a portion of the people go up and a portion of the people stay on that line. And that's like when that change happens. Not everybody apparently makes the shift.
Right. Some of us are here
Thanks, Silly Willy.
on this earth, and then some looks like ascend or reach a different vibration or frequency. Yeah, when I did my Mandela video, I used that chart last year. Remember I drew it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who, you know, I've experienced Mandela effects.
Yeah, I have too.
I mean, and this it's still going on. What's his name there? Guy you were watching. He just came out anyways and made a video about the dollar sign. I remember the dollar sign with Jacob Israel. I remember the dollar sign with two lines through it. You know, I am 100% sure I've drawn it that way.
Yeah,
you know, an S with 2 lines on it. Now they're saying it's always been an S with 1 line.
And then, like, we think, what does that matter? But it's a bunch of those little things, and
right.
Some of it matters a lot more than others.
And the biggest ones for me was, you know, I was a sci-fi geek when I was a kid. I mean, I'm a child of the 70s, Star Wars, you know.
So then Lynn had a bad experience with the VA too. But
really?
Says my brother was going to VA and they gave him so many drugs that it did not tell him some would affect you taking them together. And he was about to overdose on the crap, so he no longer goes anymore and off all meds. Yeah. Trump
said he's supposed to be taking care of it, but I haven't.
Right, but we don't have any personal connection to it, so we don't know what actually happens in the real world. We just know what they're saying.
I am so sorry to hear that. That sucks.
So Melinda says they still have problems with the VA in New Mexico. My medical record somehow got lost from Texas to New Mexico. Yeah, I'm not even through the VA, and my kids have problems with all their shots through Presbyterian.
They still want to keep giving Ray her.
They can't find all the shots that she's already had.
Right.
They are fixing to hit reset. Yeah, we feel it, Elizabeth. We do. We know it's coming.
And it's funny how whenever these jerks screw up, we have to prove.
Trenton's grandpa died from Agent Orange when he was 11. Yeah.
Well, my Uncle Lubby, he got Agent Orange when he was in Vietnam.
Yep. He said his grandpa was in Vietnam. He lost his legs.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's all screwed up here in New Mexico. Silly Willy, you're in New Mexico too? Yeah, it is awful what they do to the vets.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. I have a very, very good friend. My best friend, Travis.
Hi, Charles.
He's in the Air Force. And
well, he's in Roswell.
Who's
Silly Willy.
Silly Willy?
Mhm.
Yeah. But my friend Travis, he's in the Air Force, and he was our neighbor in Rio Rancho, but they just transferred him out to Nevada. He's just on the outskirts of Las Vegas now, and yeah, they do all sorts of screwed up crap to these guys. He got hurt in a parachuting accident, and his neck and spine's all messed up, and he's having one hell of a time too. You know.
Silly Willy, you been to Jemez? Or that area, Santa Fe? Lynn's son-in-law retired from the Air Force.
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for the military.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go in the military in the worst way when I was a kid. I was a member of the Civil Air Patrol when I was a kid. The Civil.
Linda and Silly Willy are neighbors. She's
Are
in
they?
Roswell too. Yep.
Really? Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to join the military when I was younger in the worst way, and I signed up, and like I said, I was in the Civil Air Patrol when I was a kid, which is like, for those of you who don't know what the Civil Air Patrol is, it's it's like a ROTC,
Could be Elizabeth.
but for the Air Force, and yeah, I was going in, and then when I was 15 years old, I got hit by a truck, and I was on a moped, and I was in New Hampshire. My aunt lives in New Hampshire, so even before I went up there to work and lived in New Hampshire, I was going up there on a regular basis. And I bought a moped one summer. I was up there working with my uncle. I was 15 years old, and I got hit by a truck, and the moped pedal, which is just a bicycle pedal, went through my foot. I was impaled on my left foot. It went, from the inside, went through my foot on the inside of my foot and came out the other side on the outside of my foot. So I tried every branch of the service, and my doctor said he'd give me waivers and stuff like that, and they just would not take me because I ended up with what they call an open wound. I have 2 permanent wicks in my foot because when I was in New Hampshire, they did not debris it properly. So I ended up with a staph infection, Pseudomonas, however.
Got in the bone marrow, right?
Yeah, I got in the bone marrow. So those 2 permanent wicks go into my bone marrow. And the recruiter literally said to me, there's no way in hell you're ever getting into the military.
Right.
No waivers, no nothing.
So Charles said that he sent you an electronic copy of the book to the email address
Cool.
on the About page. So we'll,
Thank you.
We'll
I'll
let you
check
know
that
if we
later.
get it yet. Elizabeth says, Q said we are in a matrix. It could be. He works. Lynn says he works for them now. He trains guys. He's one of the guys could tell where he was going.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't lose his legs. He has a metal still in his legs, and he can feel metal in his legs.
Yeah, that stinks. Having pins and stuff in you.
Yeah.
I was there
and
for a little
things-
while. They ended up taking mine out, but they were in for about a year, and yeah, that.
Yeah. Siri, yeah.
The biggest problem is when you get hurt like that and they prescribe you pain medicine. Of course, it's always OxyContin, and that stuff, man. Once you start taking it, it's hard to stop.
Melinda says Texas is real big on the Civil Air Patrol.
Yeah, Massachusetts was too. I was in it when I was in Massachusetts. It's real good. My son Dustin, our second oldest, he was
Elizabeth
in the
gets
Civil Patrol.
Elizabeth gets to go to a native hospital. She's happy for that. We
Yeah,
get
we
to
go.
go to the
we go to the
clinic
native
right
hospital.
here on the Pueblo, and we like it there.
We are literally, where we live is such a small town that we actually use the Pueblo's address, not the address where we're at. There's literally 300 people. There's no town hall, no police station, no post office, no nothing. So everything goes through the Jemez Pueblo. unless you get a PO box in Jemez Springs. So what you laughing at? I can't see. Tell me.
Elizabeth did a vid. I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at that.
Uh,
Elizabeth did a vid, so we'll have to check that out too.
yeah. What is it?
Be all up
She said what it's on?
northwest. Northwest. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Northwest, kinda. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm still having a hard time with that. When we first moved out here from Massachusetts, I'd have to ask people directions because I'm in New Mexico,
Right.
and people would go, "Okay, well you go south, and then you head east," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, where I'm from, people say take a left at like the Dunkin' Donuts."
Right. You go down this street. There'll be a Dunkin' Donuts on the right. Take that left.
Right?
There'll be another Dunkin' Donuts in the gas station. Take that right. Yeah. Yeah. Back east, it's all landmarks. Out here, people give real directions.
Right, but
2 miles west, 4 miles east.
It still takes me a little while to think about it. I'm like, I have to imagine the
But
compass.
everything out here is set up a lot nicer than it is back east. Back east wasn't planned out. It wasn't.
People just flopped down
Right.
and started building stuff.
Exactly. Especially in Boston. I mean, it's crazy.
Hi, Groovy.
Out here, at least they put thought into everything and they set up grid patterns. And once you get used to it, what streets go north and south and what streets go east and west. And it's a lot better. I had an easier time with it than she did, but I like it out here a lot better.
Yeah, well, it's much more
But
logical.
chaotic.
I'm a little bit more chaotic. Yeah, Trenton, that's true. War is a terrible thing. It can really change people, and probably should. But in what ways? Well, I guess we'll never really know.
Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to find out. My personal opinion, honestly, I think the way things are going right now, literally going to go through a civil war. And like I said last night, when we're at our weakest and we're out there killing one another, I honestly believe that we are going to be invaded by Russia and China.
Yeah.
And I do know we already have Russian and Chinese troops here in America. I mean, we're training
them.
Yeah.
Just like we're paying for all of their guns and ammunition, and
Right, everything
food and
everything
water
they're
and
going to use against us,
communication.
we're paying for.
Yeah.
We're paying for our own demise. Yeah. Thank you, whoever it was that just gave me a thumbs up.
Okay, we will check out that video.
Yeah, 13 people.
Did you see that about Iran? Did you talk
Yes, you're talking about the guy that opened up fire in the military parade?
in Iran?
Yeah, I believe that was Iran, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a military parade, and
Yeah.
somebody from ISIS just started cutting them down with a rifle, machine gun.
That's just great.
Yeah, RT caught it. RT was there, filming the parade. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, even if they're our enemy, and they're not, it's still horrible.
Can you keep up with it for a minute?
Oh,
Light
what,
the
the phone?
fires and kick the tires. I saw
Yeah.
somebody.
That's
a name I didn't
Top Gun.
see
Top
Before
Gun.
JFK 5 Blazer, big military buildups going on. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw that about.
Do not
Oh,
doubt it. Nope. I
I'm
believe it.
sorry about Grandpa Trenton.
Yeah, that.
More booze, Charles. Time for a refill. What you drinking? Light the fires, kick the tires. Bomb, Iran, Trenton says.
Yep.
We all need to stop everything all over the world. I bet it would stop really quick. No money flowing. Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
Everyone from Britain. The United States is not the only country going through a great awakening right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know.
patriotism is literally spreading like a disease as far as the elites are concerned, everywhere, you know. And these yahoos did it to themselves by, you know, flooding these countries with tons of jerks, you know.
Whatever.
I mean, Britain, Germany,
And then they never
Sweden.
made anybody have to conform to the way of life of the country. The country was supposed to conform to the way of life of these, you know, fraction of the population. Like, it's just very strange. It's like having your kid's friend sleep over and you treat that kid like way better than your own or something
Right, yeah.
like that. Now all of a sudden they're a second-class citizen. Oh, it's weird. It's weird.
You know, I'm not against helping people who are in need, but the
No,
people that
no,
were flooded
for
into
sure.
these countries, they weren't people of need. I
No.
mean, they're literally militia fighters.
Yeah, they're all
Men
male.
between 16 and 55. I mean, that's the age of the militia.
Right.
You know, and for those of you who don't realize it, if we are ever invaded and you're between the ages of 16 and 55, you are going to be considered a combative,
Right.
even if you're not, because technically you are the militia. Me, you, everybody within that
Right.
age bracket.
And the Constitution says it's our duty to be so. So
Mhm.
they take it seriously. Why can't we?
It's,
Star White says our hard-working tax dollars fund gun runners who convince us to sacrifice our children.
yep.
Yep. Our hard-working tax dollars funds a lot of wonderful things like that. You okay, babe?
That's enough wood for right now. We don't
Thank
want
you.
to.
You did a good job.
Yeah. Looks nice. Max just stoked the fire. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah. Once again, this is cool.
Suggestion
This is
from the
nice,
peanut
man.
section. Any music? Silky vodka and lemon iced tea right at the moment. That sounds delicious. Joe. I'm a little jealous, I have to tell you.
Yeah. Next time we'll bring drinks.
And maybe some music.
Yeah. You know, play it softly in the background so YouTube doesn't.
Well, maybe it'll keep the dogs from
Penalize me.
barking.
Maybe
Mhm.
music soothes calms the beast. Yeah. That's funny. Drinks around the fire. That'll be the next one. Come have drinks with me around the fire.
That could get crazy. You have to be.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I like doing this. I love talking to you guys. I really do.
Melinda says Texas is 20 years behind the East Coast, and New Mexico is 20 years behind Texas in so many ways. In some ways, New Mexico still goes by prospectors' laws.
Yeah.
Truth. I know. I've heard that. That's funny because I came from the East Coast. I went back in time.
Right?
I actually like it.
I
better
love it
back
here.
in time. Right. I think I should have been born at a different time.
Yeah, I might not have been born out here, but I love this area. You know, I love New Mexico, the Midwest. I must have lived out here in another life or something. This area is beautiful. You know, my only thing is I do miss the ocean. You know, I was a fish. I could swim all day long, but other than that, you know, you can keep the what was it? Massachusetts was before we moved out here, I was looking up stats, you know, and what was it, Massachusetts? So this goes back what 10 years.
Yeah.
Massachusetts was like 5,000-6,000 people a mile. It might even been more than that. It was like 10,000 people a square mile.
Yeah.
And New Mexico, 15 people a square
Yeah.
mile.
That was like a no-brainer. We were like, wow, yeah, let's go do that. People don't understand us. So.
Thank you, everybody that's thumbing me up.
Okay. Obamacare brought to you by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul Groovy found it here too. Glad you can make it.
No, but
It's
yeah,
all over the world. Yeah.
you know, I mean, I obviously like people. I get along with people. I have no problem talking to people, but you know,
Starway calls it a satanic lullaby. That's a nice way of putting it.
what
The masses are sleeping.
the masses
What you see
are-
is not real. It is an illusion. I hear you. Evil has definitely taken over this world.
Yeah, that's definitely a Mandela effect. What was good is bad, and what's bad is good.
I know, it's crazy. It's
And
absolutely
some of the stuff they want you to okay or be all right with, You know, like the
Keep telling their stories, Trenton.
like the push on the weirdest thing, man. It's not right. I mean, they even pushing to normalize like pedophilia. That girl from TED Talks or Tex Talks.
No, it's Ted.
TED Talks.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend so and so has it so bad because he would rather diddle children.
Well, she definitely didn't say diddle, but you get the picture.
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
they're trying
nuts.
to convince people that this is normal. Like, this person can't help his sexual preference, and we all, once again, have to be accommodating to that.
No, not
And,
gonna happen.
you know, I'm telling you, I've seen the damage it's done, and no, you can't damage a child that way and think, oh well, you know, it's just my own selfish need that comes before the child's soul. That's terrible.
Yeah, and she was pushing it. If any of you guys have not seen that video, you should look it up. It was TED Talks.
Child's got his heat on.
Really?
Yeah, says it's cold in Michigan.
Oh, sorry. It's been warm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a couple nights ago, right before dawn, when the kids were getting up, because it's still dark here when they're getting up for school. They have to catch the bus at 7. So what was it? 6 o'clock in the morning. We had our heater on for a little bit, but that was it. But yeah, that stinks already to have your heat on.
What's going on with Tommy Robinson, Groovy? I thought I saw something that says they want to send him back to Joe. Is there any? Is that what's
bullshit.
going on? Is that true, Tommy?
I don't know. I haven't seen what's going on with him. I haven't watched
Good
since
night, Lynn.
he got out. Good night.
Thank you. It was awesome hanging out with you.
Yeah. We'll do it again probably next weekend. I do plan on doing a lot more live streams. I love this. I love hanging out with you guys and talking, and it will be much better once you guys can call in and we can actually talk person to person. I gotta figure out how to do that. Get a Skype number or something. Yeah. What one are you reading, hon?
Hold on, Max. Can you take that for a second?
Yeah.
You read a few.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Can't see as good as you.
Yeah, I know.
Roswell is still not green enough for me. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss some green. Back home, I love being in the woods. You had the ferns and the pines, and yeah, I miss green, but not as much as the ocean. I can live without the green.
Good job, man.
Oh wow, you right down. Here we go. Now you're down. There is pie in my brain. How you doing, Charles? You just get here? Has Charles been on here for a while? I don't see him.
Charles has been there.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's drinking the silky
Oh,
vodka.
yeah. I'm sorry. That's right. Had a brain fart there. Sorry. She just handed me the phone.
How do you have it?
My phone is just perched on the table once again, looking at the file, and we're reading the comments off her phone. So not going anywhere. He needs to get his visa.
Just hold on.
Come over here, yeah. Absolutely, Tommy Robinson. Yeah, he needs to get out of Britain.
That's sad, though. It's really sad.
Good night. Yeah, I will see you next time, buddy. Let's see. OMG, there is a movie about 18. Yeah, that's just sick. That really is. Yeah. American wars are getting out of control. Yep. Absolutely agree there. Need to fix what's wrong at home before we can, even think about helping or fixing other places. I know it's sort of messed up, but what do you say? You can't take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself. Sad. I'm tired of them trying to, yep, normalize it. Absolutely. Elizabeth.
It's
Mhm.
not okay.
Elizabeth, Tina, Groovy. You guys are awesome. Seriously, Star White. Mm. I fell asleep. That was a good thing. The Merchant Marine Act of 1920. Oh, I know what that is. United States Federal Status Act provides for the maintenance of the American. Yeah. Huh. Let's see. Yep. Tired of them trying to normalize it too. Without that act, Chinese would take over their ports. Who was it that just did a report that about Israel giving China the
I
keys to
think it
their
was
port?
Begley, Paul Begley, maybe.
Uh, Beg-
Benanoon, maybe.
yeah, Steve Benanoon. Steve Benanoon. Yeah, he does a lot of videos on Israel, and he's saying that Israel just handed China the keys to their port.
Yep.
I really think China, is. I think it's going to go down with China. I really do. I'll keep saying it. I think they're just biding their time.
We can watch The Simpsons and find out.
Yeah. I honestly think that they're going to wait till, we're beating each other in the street. And they're just going to stroll right in and try taking over. Literally. Yes, Tina. Yep, let's see. I want to get a firearm. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Everybody should have a gun.
It's,
See, the problem
everybody's
is,
duty.
it's I let's see, how would you say this? Well, how that chick say it in Predator? I'd rather have a condom and not need it than need a condom and not have one. I'd rather have a gun and not need it than need a gun and not have it. Right. Yep. Yeah. What's been going on lately with all these mass shootings is just them wanting to. They're gonna come out real soon.
Trade your liberty for
Right.
security.
They're gonna be marching again in the streets, coming for the guns.
Yep. Give up your freedom and your liberty for security. Give up your rights so you can be safe. We'll keep you safe. We promise. We'll keep you safe.
OMG, yes, Tina, I remember. Yeah. I also like to have free speech. Yep. Yeah, they're attacking everything. Freedom of speech, everything. Well, honestly, my personal opinion, I did a video on this a long time ago. I think it was last year. Basically, a lot of our freedoms are already gone. If you have to ask permission for something, if you have to pay for something, if you have to get a permit for something, it's no longer a right, it's a privilege. There's a big difference between a right and a privilege. And our freedom of speech is already gone. There's tons of things you cannot say, especially in certain cities. California. If you accidentally call, a he, a she, or a she, a he, depending on, their sexual preference. In some places, that's considered a hate crime, even though you didn't mean anything by it. Your Second Amendment is already gone. If you have to ask permission to own a firearm, or you have to, pay for a license, it's no longer a right. it's a privilege because they can say, no, we're not going to give you that. Um, your right to due process. They arrest people on a daily basis for hearsay nowadays. Hearsay. You see it all the time. Somebody will call the cops on somebody with no proof. Cops will come, arrest that person. They'll sit in jail for what, months sometimes until they can get a court date. Getting a court date's like trying to get a doctor's appointment. You know, um, forget being secure in your papers. Anytime you're pulled over, or a cop walks up and says, "Show me your ID." I mean, a lot of the freedoms we're supposed to have that are supposed to be rights, we no longer have. They're privileges. And once again, they've been working on this for a long, long, long time. They destroyed our republic a long time ago. That's why everybody now, everybody, you'll hear politicians saying it. You'll hear newscasters saying it. Everybody you talk to, you can go meet somebody tomorrow and just start a conversation. Just say, for shits and giggles, hey, what form of government do we have? 95% of the people are going to tell you, oh, we're a democracy. Nope, we're not a democracy. Let's see. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Let me come back here. It goes back from the last night. Yeah, exactly. Doing society want to exist. Yeah. Yeah, Civil War. Right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Yeah, Trump president then too. LOL. Yeah, deep state. It's a fake government. Fake government. We actually have 3 presidents. Trump is just a showman. Yeah, I do believe that no matter who sits in that chair, the big chair of the White House, they are just a puppet. Just a front. I honestly believe the Fed, the Fed, that privately owned institution that keeps printing out money with nothing to back it up, is truly the one that runs everything in the United States. Well, actually, the world. Uh, it is called the petrodollar, right? Um, it's the Feds. They run everything, and I honestly believe that nobody gets to sit in that seat unless they say it's okay. If there was somebody who truly wasn't playing ball with them or going after them, they would have been taken out, just like JFK. JFK, he said he was going to shut down the Fed and put us back on the gold standard. We all know what happened to him. Who was it last night? One of you guys said last night, JFK was the last real president. Pretty much. Yeah. Yep, Feds killed him. It's sad. The reason why it's sad is, because it's our own fault, technically. I mean, government will tell you straight up, ignorance of the law is no excuse. We're supposed to be educating ourselves and looking stuff up. And I don't mean us, like our group right here, right now, the Red Pill, the Awakened ones. I'm talking about, the rest of the people out there who are, pretty much mentally lazy. They don't want to think about anything. They want everybody else to do their thinking for them. The sheeple, you guys know what I'm talking about. What do you got there, Mama?
The chips I made.
Oh. Mama made some potato chips. She is a real good cook. She chopped up, sliced the potatoes and boiled them in oil. And I told her she should do a video on them. It came out awesome. She did it all outside too, all outside on the grill. Yummy. Yep.
Yeah, barbecue flavored.
Yeah. She put barbecue flavored flavoring on them. They came out real good. Her and Mac, you hear them chomping away? You guys can hear that, can't you?
Crunching.
Crunch, crunch. Yeah.
Yeah, their fire came back to life. Nice.
Yeah, it did. Uh, yeah. She's a real good cook. She already has a channel, but she hasn't put any content on it. I made a channel for her.
We've discussed this. I'm shy.
Right. I made a channel for her. It's Sisu TV. Is it SUSI?
SISU.
Oh, excuse me.
It's a Finnish word. My grandmother was from Finland, and I never heard the word, even though I spent an awful lot of time with her until she died. My aunts used that word to describe her. They even printed it out and had it at her memorial. And it means like an inner strength, like fortitude, like it's determination, stuff like that.
She just wanted it because I can't say it.
He calls it Shih Tzu.
But anyways, yeah, she actually has a channel, but eventually I'll get her to start putting her own content on there. I think you guys would like it. You know, she knows. She makes her own bread. She learned from some of the native women down here how to make what are those things? Tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. We're friends with a lot of the Native Americans on the Pueblo, and they love to cook. They have a lot of feast days, feast holidays, and you know, even the guys. You want some good recipes and know how to cook some stuff.
Or they can make you this tea out of herbs that can get rid of your cold. Tastes like gasoline, but it fixes you right up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they make real good bread, Elizabeth. The fried bread.
Even their big round bread.
Right on the Pueblo, across the street from the gas station. It's what is it, Phillips 66? They have
Highway 4.
on Highway 4. They have